Okay, so this goes along with our Box and Whiskers Plots notes. Now, the vocabulary was given in a PowerPoint. So we know that the lower extreme value is the lowest number of the data set. The upper extreme value is the highest number in the data set. Now you can use LV or LE or UV and UE. I will be saying lower extreme and upper extreme. So then we have median. Okay, median we know is the middle number of the data set. Lower quartile is the median of the lower half of the data. And we have upper quartile, it's the median of the upper half of the data. So if it should be to the right, you can make this note, it should be to the right of the median. The lower will be to the left of the median, so lower and left. So you will know that your lower quartile is always left of your median. And then our inner quartile range. It's basically the range of the box. How big is the box? So now, I want to label each of these points on my Box and Whiskers plot. So my Box and Whiskers plot will always have a number line underneath it. Not the list of the data points, but a number line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's just an example. Okay? I just want to make sure it doesn't, at this point, it doesn't really matter. I just want you to understand that it will always be over a number line. So, this first point, it is my lowest number, and it is the furthest lowest. So it is my lower extreme, or my lower value. Okay? Then I come, so if I go to the opposite, my lower extreme or lower value, I'm going to go to my upper extreme or upper value. Okay? Because we aren't actually having to calculate anything until we do the inner quartile range. All of it is ordering numbers and breaking them into halves. Okay? So now I know my median right away because that's the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, right? 5, and the middle number is my median. And so this is MD for median. All right, so now I said my lower quartile was the median of the left side of the data. Well, this is my left side of my data, and this is the only point I have, so that has to be my lower quartile. This is the right side of my data, and this is the only point I have, so that has to be my upper quartile. Okay? So those are the points on your Box and Whiskers plot. Now your Box and Whiskers may not look as evenly distributed as that is always, but those points, each position you come to will have its specific name. So now, quartile, we break it into 4 parts. There's 1 part here, 2 parts, 3 parts, 4 parts. Okay? One thing I did not say here, your inner quartile range is my box, so that is here is my inner quartile range. It's the box. Okay? So now going back to labeling my percentages. When I have something and I divide it by 4, I don't know, say $1, and I divide it by 4, each fourth is 25% or 25 cents. So this is 25%. This is 25%. This one's 25%. And this one's 25%. You can see I've taken one whole and broken it into fourths. So anything that falls between here and here falls in the first 25%. Between your median and your lower extreme is 50% of the data. 75% falls below the low or upper quartile, and 100% falls below the upper extreme. So I'm going to say below lower quartile equals 25%. Okay? Below median equals 50%. Below upper quartile is 75%, and below the upper extreme is 100%. okay? So, and I can do any kind of combinations of those. I could ask for what falls in the middle, the middle 50% of the data. That is your inner quartile range. Your inner quartile range is the middle 50% of data. So a quarter lies above and a quarter lies below the inner quartile range. Okay, we're going to discuss this more tomorrow. We're going to do some practice of making our own, or setting up our own box and whiskers plots based on these values.